What's it like to do time in the Richmond City Jail? One VCU professor has published a book highlighting the stories of those incarcerated.
The book is called Writing Our Way Out. Tiffany Hill's in the studio with David Coogan to talk about his inspiration for the book. Tiffany?
Thanks, Kate. I'm here with David Coogan, a VCU professor and author of Writing Our Way Out. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me, Tiffany.
So we'd like to start off about your book, Writing Your Way Out.
Yeah.
So what was the driving inspiration behind your book, behind writing it?
Well, when I first moved to Richmond, I was living in Libby Hill Park near an area that had a crime scene. And I had never lived so close to a crime scene before. And after they caught the rapist and they prosecuted him and his friends, and the news stories started to come out, I started to develop this question in my head. Why do people do what they do? And is there some way that I could help them figure out another thing to do? If they could write their way out of the lifestyle that led them into crime, maybe I would be doing something useful for the community. And so it was that driving question. Can people change their lives?
And was it hard to sit down and listen to the stories of the people featured in your book?
Yeah, it was incredibly difficult because I had never known those kinds of stories. And, you know, when you're not prepared to hear the truth, it can really hurt. And I had to kind of ready myself each day that I'd go in there. And there were times when I'd leave the jail feeling like I was carrying other people's burdens on my back. It was like a sack, you know, like I was like a Sherpa going up the hill with other people's memories. And it hurt, you know. I don't know how those Sherpas do it, you know. Everybody else got the camping gear, they're gonna walk up with boots, you know, but the Sherpas gotta go in sandals, and it's cold, you know. And so I was the writing teacher out of my element, but I was happy.
And what would you say the hardest part was about writing this?
Teaching with your whole spirit. You can't just teach writing. I mean, it's not a writing class anymore. At some point, it's a class in living. So you have to figure out, how can I translate what I do as a writing teacher in the community in a way that it passes through this membrane and it comes out the other side like, wow, that's not something I've ever done before. When I say teaching with your whole spirit, I mean learning how to respond to people humanely, creatively, ethically, and in ways with your words and also with your intentions. It's the most enlivening kind of teaching I've ever done, and it changed me.
And what do you hope people take away from this book the most?
Wow. It's a hopeful book. You go through a lot of pain in these stories, it's true. The men that I taught at the jail have been through everything from abandonment to drug addiction to structural racism and poverty. But these are hopeful stories of overcoming all that. So in my view, if you don't finish the book with a new treasured sense that humanity is going in the right direction, then maybe you need to go back and start reading again.
Well, thank you. I've been speaking with David Coogan here. Back to you.